always, but I just want to come on because I want to, talk and send prayers out to all of my Jamaican friends, family members, people that has family member up there, just sending out a little bit of prayers for them because right now is the aftermath, from any hurricane. They have the pros, the cons. They're trying to pull it back together. There's a lot of mess that Melissa left. I tell you, sometimes, Melissa destroyed, of course. But y'all know we just having a conversation today, and it's happy Thursday. Today was my down day since yesterday. I went and I did pickleball, plus I did, you know, uh, body combat, body pump. So your girl is under construction. Yes, I am. I did tell you guys that I'm about to do this probably 3 days. I'm ish of the 10,000 steps, but right now it's only we're just focusing on the 2 days out of week, 10,000 steps. If you guys are just coming in, I just want to say welcome into Life with Paulette. We're just reminiscing today on how beautiful it is in Hawaii, how hot it is, and also in regards to the our Jamaican families. Just sending out some prayers to you guys. I pray all is well with you. Pray that you guys were able to communicate and contact with your families because I know that it's devastating, especially after any type of hurricane. So this conversation is just going to be shout out to all of those that have family over there and they got a chance to communicate, and just keep everyone else in prayers that have not gotten a chance to say, to hear their family member's voice, because I know after a hurricane, it's not easy. I remember when we were in Mitch back in the day, on the mainland of Honduras, Mitch took it out. I mean, it just landslide. The majority, it wasn't so much bad, wasn't as bad the weather, but the aftermath of the landslide was what took a lot of people out. The ones that thought it was already safe to go back to their homes and stuff, they were the one that suffered, so be careful, be cautious. Hello, Sister Tanya. How are you today, sis? We're just checking in with you guys. I mean, my heart is just out there for all the Jamaicans, brothers and sisters, that's on the island, the one that's off island. I know there's a lot of family right now that is on this side that is not able to contact their family on that side. So, it's a little sad day, like, good day, but then yet have a little sad moments because you just, my heart goes out for other people as well. So keep them in your prayers, guys, that they'll be able to pull themselves together. But today we are just charging. I'm getting ready to go and start work. It was one of my friend's birthday today. Then, we went and we celebrated him. The gym, we have a little gym group that we pulled together and we went out and we had luncheon. That's what we do on everybody's birthday. We just go and we celebrate them, pulling a little luncheon together. I was not able to go live with you guys because it was so much going on in the conversation and it was already on the golf course. So it was pretty nice. We did the luncheon. They all came together. We all come together on everybody's birthday and celebrate them. So that's what I just finished up with. Now I'm charging. I have a few more minutes after this and I'm going to go start work again. But once I'm working and I'm doing drives, I'm not able to go on live and do all that extracurricular stuff, like if I'm just doing shop and deliveries or just delivering something. A little bit in regards to the money talk, a little bit about that. I just want you all to know that the gig economy is definitely in in for a bit, okay? Because not only is it probably oversaturated before, now is even extra. saturated. Why? Because, like I mentioned to you guys, right now the government ain't paying, so we have shutdowns. So for those that are not getting paid, they got to figure out how they're going to create that extra income. So right now, all the orders that's coming in, guys, is a little bit, you're getting those below the bottom barrel, okay, offers, which is like a little bit of nothing. They're working you the other day. Actually, 2 days ago, when I said I was 3 months that I have not done DoorDash, I said, let me test out DoorDash just to see if I can make at least $50 how I used to make, like, those 2 to 3 little deliveries before the gym. I went on there, guys, and I turned on and I started at, let me see, I think it was 6:30 in the morning, 7:30 by 8 o'clock, 2 hours, I've only made $20. Okay. $20. Now I know it was probably on a Tuesday, and Tuesday can be a very low week in itself. It's a low day in itself. In the gig economy, I think all over across the board on Tuesday for everybody, it's like pulling teeth. It's very minimum orders. It's like everybody go on drought. There's not a lot going on, or too much people is turned on. But for me in my market, it's Tuesday. So I was on for 2 hours. Normally 2 hours, I normally used to make about 30 something, $40, close to $50 on DoorDash. I made $20, guys. I felt like a broke gig economist. Like literally, that was the brokest, the worstest 2 hours I've ever done on any gig app. And I've been doing these apps consistently now. And I know for sure who's still working is Walmart Spark is still one of my favorite apps to be on, because they're definitely going to give you, that 1 to 3 orders where you can get the closest you can to your $100, and you don't have to worry about anything. But DoorDash, mm-mm. I've signed up for Instacart and I have not done Instacart ever since they started. I registered, but I'm not turning on to those because I just feel like they're a waste of my time too. I prefer to do Walmart Spark. That works for me. And around 1, 2 o'clock, I come and I charge. And by 2:30, guys, I go and I do my Lyft rides. So I'm about to do a few Lyft rides. I'm about to, she's already full. She had a nice little, they call it a tofu salad. That was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good. Had a nice little lunch with my friends, celebrated their birthdays, and now I'm about to go make some money. And I just wanted to share that with you guys too. And when it comes to the gig economy, right now on DoorDash, it's not doing too good, guys. They're oversaturated right now. And if you only have DoorDash as your not savior, but you know what I mean, as your only app that you're gigging, you're gonna be a broke gig worker. Okay. So I highly recommend for you guys. Can you still make the money that you used to make? Probably so, but you're gonna have to be very strategic about it. Okay. If you want to go into gig economy, which I would definitely recommend everybody that right now with this government shutdown don't have a job, go sign up for something. Do something. Do not sit there and not function and waiting for somebody else to pay you. Now, I know they're going to probably pay you back pay and all that good stuff. It's good, but in the meantime, you don't have to sit there and be miserable and starve and complain. Remember, criticizing, condemning, and complaining ain't going to help you. So go ahead and register up on all those nice little apps and start making yourself some extra little $50 a day, $100 a day. Give yourself a goal and go ahead and get it. Go get it. Okay. But DoorDash definitely is overly too much people is on there. So all the orders that you are going to receive is going to be bare minimum. If it's going to be 7 miles for probably $7.50, you're probably going to make a mile, maybe $1.20 or $1.30. But right now, you're going to be broke if you continue that way. You're going to have to multi-app with different variety of gig work. Okay. Get a little bit. If you're going to do DoorDash, figure out a time that they're going to be hot, meaning the market's going to be hot. For me, breakfast. If you're going to do Walmart Spark starts at 6, 7 o'clock. Get yourself the first 1 or 2 of those, and then they're done. They go down a little ditch to get dry out until 5 o'clock again, 4 o'clock in my zone. And when it comes, if you want to finish, add more money onto your stuff to make a certain amount of money, probably a $200, then I would say go ahead and register for Lyft. And around 2:30, go ahead and run some Lyft, because that's when everybody want to get out. Today it's Thursday. People have dinner dates. People want to get downtown. They're going to want to go, and you just got to be ready. So I'm charging because I'm going to do a little bit later, since I had all my fun earlier. I did not work out today. I know today is Thursday, and Thursday we talk about our health and fitness. But I talked about that yesterday, because right now I just wanted to let you all know in regards to my Wednesdays is I'm starting this 12 weeks program on working on losing a few extra pounds that I gained throughout all the extra vacation, that probably I didn't need to eat that much, but I did. I enjoy myself. It was delicious. Okay. So now the consequences is to try and get it all back off and make sure that you are focusing and making better choices. So at this point in time, that was what it was for. This live today's, just a little bit quick and spicy. I just wanted to let you all know that, hey, keep in your prayers Jamaica in your prayers. And if you already have not had a chance to communicate with your family members and all that, I'm just praying that you do get a chance to hear from them, because the aftermath in anything is the worst part of it. And if you all going to give anyone and contribute to their loss over there, make sure that it's somebody that you trust, that you're handing anything with, either clothes or whatever you're giving to donate as a donation. Make sure that it's somebody that you trust. Okay. Don't just be going in there with everybody handing out here, handing out there. And then, you all have some sticky hand people that you be thinking you're doing good in God's eyes, and they're turning around and buying themselves uh you know, probably buying something they ain't supposed to buy, and half the money go in their pocket and not where it should go. So be cautious, guys, in this season when you all are trying to donate to the ones that lost so much over there in Jamaica. Make sure that it's a trustworthy collection. That's people that it's taking the money from you or taking anything. Make sure that you know who you're giving your stuff to, and they'll be able to pass it on to the people that really needs it. Please make sure you do that, because this is where all the sticky hands start coming into stuff. When you thinking you're donating over here in Jesus Christ's name, somebody else is just probably buying a Lamborghini out of it. So just be cautious. And for all those wicked ones that does that, make sure don't do that. Not this year, not this time. Okay. Don't do it. Not this time. Be honest, guys, be honest. But yes, if you all are going to donate, I highly recommend do some donations, find some credible sources that is collecting for donations to help rebuild or to help with food banks and stuff there in Jamaica for those poor families that was not able to, or sometime the church. So if I'm not mistaken, First Church should or probably does have something where they're collecting. I will go find yourself a credible source, maybe your church. If you're not in First Church, find a church that you can go to that is collecting funds to help the people over there that lost so much during the hurricane, and hand it off to them. Okay, I'm just saying, be cautious. I know we get excited with the giving, but you got to make sure when you're giving your money that it's going to the right locations. And with that, guys, that's all. Let me go into these chats and see what's going on. Hello, Sister Tanya. Hi, Sagros. How are you today? Hope all is well. Thank you for coming in. We have that. Hi, Zay. How are you, Zay? Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that video with the rose. I didn't know that. That part I didn't know either. Okay. So we both found something on each other's channel that we were like, wait a minute, I don't know that either. What's going on? How did that happen? I didn't know it either. But all is well, Harold Daisy. I am charging my car, getting ready to head to work. And I just wanted to stop by just to, remind everybody in regards to what's been going on with the hurricane over there in Jamaica, and there's other places that got damaged and hit as well, but mainly was Jamaica. And just keep them in prayers, as I was mentioning. And then a little bit about the money talk, what's going on in the gig economy. A lot of folks monies have been stopped, and at this point in time, guys, you all have to figure out what are you going to do. Are you going to stay there? Because I mean, right now you have people that all of their little food money is done. You got to wait until the government figure out what are they doing with the checks. Okay, when is the next little thing you're going to get to go and get yourself some food to feed you and your kids? But in the meantime, I'll highly recommend everybody to go and register on a gig app. The gig economy is open and out there. I mean, we can sit here and shoulda, coulda, woulda till next year, January. You know, what is that going to do anything to your kitchen or your pantry or your refrigerator? No. Complaining is not going to help. So we got to take action. So for all those that contractors, all those that their little stipend is stop, I would say don't sit there and be waiting for the handout. Right now, they'll figure it out, but not right now. But in the meantime, the gig economy needs you. DoorDash is a little bit oversaturated, so you may want to find a different app. If DoorDash is not working, then go on Lyft. Find yourself something to do that's going to pay you day by day or week by week, and you could still put food on your table and wait for your check to come whenever the government decide they're going to release it. They just say, this is my first time being on your live. Oh, thank you, Zay. Thank you so much for coming over. I know I saw you, I'll be seeing you over at TSM. And I don't know if you guys are family, um, because it's so much family over there. When you go over to TSM, it's like, it's so much people. They're so nice over there. I must tell you guys, go over there and register on TSM. The rapper, he makes raps for kids, and he do a lot of good deeds for the ones that has less, you know need a better, more assistance. So you guys can go over there and support his channel as well. But I just wanted to say that there's a lot of good, positive channels that's out there, and not all of them is going to be in First Church. However, though, they have people doing positive things. And if you're doing something positive, I highly support that, and I admire that. So, like I mentioned to you, thank you, Zay Zay, for coming over. And TSM, the rapper, he's definitely someone planting that positive seed in the youth. And I think that's a good thing. And how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So all the problems that going on in the world, there always only need one person to make the change. Only one person. Hello, Sister Nicole. How are you, sister? How are you and the babies? Hope all is well with you and the baby. And Brother TNT, is he coming on tonight? I know tonight is probably he's coming on maybe in the next probably 5:45. Brother TNT comes on. He's another one that has his channel. He is part of the First Church, and he shares really great information over there. We have some sisters out there that you can go and follow up as well as that share positive things. We all about sharing positive vibes, inspiring, encouraging, uplifting each other, so that way we can just plant that little one seed of positivity into somebody that's less privileged. And I think that's the beauty. Okay. I'm not here to go viral. Okay. I just want to make sure that whatever I send out there, that it make a difference in somebody's life. That's my goal on a daily basis. So here we are, guys. So, how's everybody doing today? Sister Nicole, if you're in here still, can you let us know what time Brother TNT is coming on, so that way, we can go and show our support on Brother TNT's channel. I know Mr. Ham is coming on. Oh, okay, okay. I need to get off of here now, though, because Mr. Ham is coming on in the next few minutes. I think he's coming on around 2-ish. But sometimes Mr. Ham say, I'm coming on at 2, and then he come on at 1. And then he said, I'm coming on at 2, and then he comes on at 3 o'clock, 2:30. I mean, Mr. Ham just come on when he ready. But anyway, I know Mr. Ham is in the lineup. I know Brother TNT is in the lineup. I don't know who else is in the lineup for today, but go ahead and support those channels over there. Sister Nicole said TNT Holiness After Hours channel YouTube will be on Lord's will tomorrow. But hopefully tonight we're trying to find out if we are going to be home from work on time for that. Okay, sister. So definitely tomorrow, you all can check out TNT Holiness After Hours. I know wait, we have brother Tony Harvin is coming on today too. I saw him in the lineup. So he's coming on around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 something. Well, anyway, all brother TNT, Tony Harvin, Mr. Ham. They're the 3 I saw in the little lineup when I went on the live. So you all go over there and check them out. And if Brother TNT don't come on today, due to to work situation, then he'll definitely be on tomorrow, so y'all can catch him over there as well. Okay. But with that, guys, I have 5 more minutes. Unless you all have anything extra you all wanted to add. Thank you so much, Sister Tanya, for your support. I appreciate you. TNT holding it after our channel. Be pretty good too. Yes, I'm telling you. TNT definitely have y'all be doing some nuggets over there, and I appreciate each and every one of you all for sharing. Sometimes, after Tony go off, if y'all looking for anything in late hours, just listening to something positive, TNT's channel is definitely there. All the other brothers, they come on a little bit earlier, right around that 1:30-ish to probably around 4, sometimes 5, depending on their conversation. And after that, then the brothers will go, but definitely after hours is just extra positive entertainment for a little later version of people that just coming off of work, and or you're cooking. Or for me, I like to watch the after hours while I'm, making dinner or feeding the family in the background. And I'm, because it's very relaxing. I don't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff. The kids, it's kids friendly too. So that's the good thing. And that's how we do it, keep the positive going, the inspiration going. Sometimes we need that inspiration every day. Every day in our life, we need an encouragement or inspiration. And sometimes, if you're not giving it to yourself, sometimes somebody else, God will plan out there that can give it to you. So if you know the sources of where you can go and get that little positive vibe, positive energy, little encouragement here, little encouragement there, I'll suggest you just go ahead and find yourself the channels. All the brothers and sisters channels, you all can go ahead on there and get your nice little inspiration. Okay, get your nice inspiration and get that faith walk going and keep smiling. That's about all we can do, can't we? I mean, that's all we can do, guys. Keep smiling, because life is going to be life in, and nothing is going to stop because you having a problem. Life must move on. So the quicker you adjust to that, the better it's going to be, right? All righty, let me check the chats, make sure I don't lose anything or any conversation. But yes, I just want to thank all of you guys that came over here. Zay Zay, I know you mentioned that you were new to my channel, and I'm glad that you made it to your first live here with Paulette. I'll be coming on every day for right now, every other day, definitely in between for sure, Tuesday, Thursdays, and a Sunday. But I had to switch that up because I'm mainly out working. I do gig work, so I'm mainly out working, guys, Monday through Friday. So we be doing car talks, we be doing some inspiration, encouraging, you know some uplifting things in the car. And then on the weekends, everyone was asking me to pull back and bring back some juicing. So I'll be doing some juicing videos pretty soon. I want to start that probably on the weekend. So this channel, we're going to switch up on timing. I would love to start coming on a daily basis, but my time and work, it don't work as smooth as I would want it to be. If you all have any questions and concerns, please go ahead. I'm doing all right. Oh, God, I'm glad to hear that. Sister Tanya say, Amen. Yes, I am so glad to hear that, Zay Zay. You know, I saw you went on you be going live too, and you be doing your little videos and stuff like that. I'm happy. And now guess what? I'm new subscriber to your channel. So that's how it works. When people start to see you in their comments, then all of a sudden, guess what? They're going to do the same thing to you. That's how I met TSM. TSM came over, and the rest was history because he support. When you support people, people always support you back. And that's just the law of life. It don't work like that all the time, but I'm just saying, that's how I met them, through the comments. He came over, he dropped a few stuff, and every time you go live, he would come over and be very encouraging, inspiring. And then one day I said, let me check out who this person is. And then I went over there and I said, oh, nice, positive stuff. Okay, let me stay over there. And then all of a sudden, that's how I met you guys. And see, that's how it do. Word of mouth. Sometimes one person know another person, the other person know the other person, and then all of a sudden you have a whole collage of where I met this person through this one, through that one, and everybody had that same person in common. And that's how you do. That's called support. That's how you support each other. So thank you for all of you guys that came in today to support Life with Paulette. I appreciate it. It's just a quick little video today, just because I know that everybody, Paulette got to go to work, since I decided not to do a whole lot what I was supposed to do, you know, this morning, I went elsewhere. So right now I'm charging, car is finished. I'm going to unplug. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Don't go nowhere, guys. I'm coming right back. All righty. See, that was quick. I'm back. All right, guys. I ain't going to keep you guys back. I'm going to head out, turn on, work on making a little bit of lift, and then after that, then I'm gonna head home because today's Thursday, and tomorrow the crazies is gonna be, so I ain't gonna be out too much. By the way, on Halloween, a lot of people celebrate Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween. If you guys can still hear me, let me know, because I know this car and my iPhone, whenever we connect, sometimes the volume just disappear and it mutes. So just in case, I'm letting you know, if you can't hear me, then please let me know. But I just wanted you all to know, a lot of folks be sitting there and be like, tomorrow's Halloween. But I don't celebrate Halloween. I'm an island girl from the Bay Islands, and Halloween was never a big thing for us. So growing up on the island, my grandmother, we was brought up in the Methodist church, and we never celebrated it. She just thought that was not an island thing. In our household, we would not do it. We'll go to church. So for me, coming up to America was a rude awakening, because up here they do that. They celebrate the dead. Like, I mean, back home, if we in the Spanish portion, they will celebrate the dead. They'll call it Dia de los Muertos. That they'll go and you visit your loved ones, like the ones that passed on. You take flowers to their grave, or you'll go and you remember, have memory day for them. Some part where I'm from, we don't celebrate that. Okay, we don't have a big thing handing out no candy and all that stuff. So I wasn't used to that. But then coming up to the States, coming up here, they are used to it. So I've never celebrated per se, like I'm going to do a big deal about it. But I respect people that does do it if that's what they want to do, but I don't do it. I'm not used to celebrating it. And I was never into all the skeleton stuff. And basically, when the kids were in school, well, I had to tell them the truth from the beginning. So in school, they're like pretty much all week, this whole week, they had to dress up like this whole week the kids had to dress up like something, and my son is like, "Mommy, we have to dress up like this." I was like, "Are you ain't dressing up like that? Because we don't do that." I said, "How about you dressing?" I told him, I said, "How about you dressing up like a church boy?" He's like, "Really?" I put on a necktie. I said, "You're gonna dress up a necktie, you're gonna put on your church pants, and you're gonna be a church boy, a holy boy." And he said, "Okay, mommy." And that's what I did. I said, "No, we're not dressing up with no any old thing, but you could put on a nice long sleeve, put a tie on, and you go out there and you be holy for mommy." And he said, "Oh, okay. No big deal." All the other kids is in looking like witches and all that stuff. And my daughter definitely don't do it because the moment that I told her the truth, and she was 4 years old. I was like, "Oh, that's a lie, all this lie, 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 lie." And she's 12 years old now. Okay. That moment in time, she cried for like 2 seconds and she got over it. The quicker you tell the kids the truth instead of going on all this craziness, spending all this extra money that nobody have no money now. Who have money to be doing all this foolishness in the next day or two? Oh, let's go out trick or treating and we got to do this, all this. No, no, you're not. No, not this time. Not on my watch. No, 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 no. We don't do that. So my kids are pretty much aware of that one. They don't have any issues with it. They know the days that we don't celebrate. Every day is a normal day. What are you talking about? What are you going to do this or why are you going to do this? And all the kids doing all the Ouija board nowadays and doing all this witch stuff. We're not doing none of that. I see one of my neighbors just yesterday, she had a whole house full of um all the little teenagers and everybody was making all the, I forget the name of those little dolls and stuff. And I was like, and nope, my daughter was not going. And they know it too. That's the good thing with my neighborhood. Everybody know what is what. So they know they're not gonna come and say, "Hey, you want to go celebrate Halloween with us?" We don't do that. They already know that. That's one thing about my family. Like my husband and I, we all very straight. But they're Mormons, and I think that's something that they do that's like a tradition thing that they're big on that. I'm not 100% sure of how they do it, but I know that they celebrate that thing. So my next door neighbor had like probably 15 kids over, and same age of my daughter, but then they know she was not going to participate in that, and she is aware that she's not into that either. So the good thing is, it's great to have conversation with your kids at an early age so that they'll know the things that, yeah, we can try that, or no, we don't do that here. Like in my house, we don't do sleepovers. My son is 16, my daughter is 12 years old. There's no sleepover. Don't bring your little friends over here because I have a special needs son and I don't need nobody going there trying to say, invent something. Well, he looked at me this way. My baby is innocent. You ain't lying on him. So keep your little girl home and nobody coming over here. We can do movie nights. We could barbecue in the backyard, and when a certain time comes, you got to go home. We can celebrate my daughter's birthday. Last time we celebrated, she was wanted to go out to eat, and then we went to play um little games and movie, and then from there we went home, and the kids enjoyed that. But that was it. I didn't We didn't have to do anything outrageous where you gotta show that I'm older now. I can do it myself. No, you're not. You ain't going out of my house by myself. I'll be right outside waiting on you. Oh, well, we could go to the mall. You could pick us up later. I don't need you that independent. No, I need you independent, but not that independent. You're still 12. Okay. So I'm glad my daughter is different. My daughter is similar, just like how I used to be, where I don't have to do all of that extra. Um, she don't care for all the extra, and that's the good thing. That's the good thing. But at the end of the day, speak to your kids earlier. Let them know what is true and what's a lie, and the earlier the better it's going to be. So tomorrow is I think that tomorrow's Halloween, and we do not celebrate Halloween. So what am I gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna go to work. That's what I'm gonna be doing, working. Why you all out there spending all your money talking about Halloween party? Well, Halloween party. Oh, let's go to work. I gotta work. I got things that I got to do. I got dreams that I got to make, and I can't sit there and just tell you, you tell me when to spend my money. How about that? Last Christmas, all your money out the window, down, cha-ching. Guess who's happy? All the ones that do not celebrate Christmas, they're the ones that's happy because they're making all that money. Okay. But yeah, we do not celebrate certain holidays. You celebrate birthdays, probably your little anniversary, wedding anniversary, things like that. But apart from that, guys, don't spend your money foolishly. For one day you're broke till the following year. It's not worth it. Okay. And be cautious tomorrow. There's a lot of the witches be happy tomorrow because they be doing all kind of foolishness. So just be cautious when you're out there. Don't be eating candy from anybody, unless it's in your neighborhood from the back of your next door neighbor that you and them are best friends trunk. Just be mindful that there's a lot of wickedness that's going to be going on tomorrow. And the earlier you can stay home and be home, the better it's going to be. Okay. That's all I have to say. Back then, probably a few years ago, before the you'd be like, okay, we're gonna watch all the scary movies. Well, guess what? I can't watch scary movie. I was never a scary movie person because I be scared, I be crying. Okay, that's just how it work. Sometimes I be trying to watch something when I sleep with the light on. So why am I going to turn that on and mess with my whole being? I don't need to see anything. I don't want no more scare and extra stuff that you see to be following you around. I don't need none of that. So I don't watch it. So I don't watch no scary movie. I don't celebrate Halloween. And yesterday, the funny part is my friends was like, the teacher was like, yeah, tomorrow for the gym, we're going to do this, and I can dress up like this, and I'm gonna be this, and I'm gonna be the next thing. And I don't know, my inner voice just came out a little bit harsh, and I was like, I don't celebrate that. And she was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know.